Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Fireside Chats with GNT Wild. I am Trev McCall-Pete, and this is, of course, my brother Greg McCall-Pete. Our first episode we thought would be about Botswana, which is our first international trip that we're going to be hosting later on this year, November. And for this episode, we thought we would take the five most relevant questions that we've gotten about the safari so far. So, with that said, I'm going to start with the questions. Number one, what makes a mobile expedition different to staying at a fixed lodge? For me, I would say that it's the immersion aspect where you are staying in a tent as opposed to a chalet.
Mm.
So already you completely in the bush. At night you hear the sounds of the bush. You have lions roaring and things that you then follow up on the next morning. It makes you feel even more part of that experience. And then those bigger lodges, you've got more people,
Yeah.
air conditioning, fridges in your rooms, all of those kind of things combined kind of take
Noise.
you out.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's what makes this kind of trip really special.
Yeah, small, intimate, out, middle of nowhere, middle of the wildest parts of Africa. It's incredible. Okay, so also how strenuous and how fit do you have to be for this trip? So you've just mentioned how it's a mobile safari and how amazing it is because you immerse yourself and you do completely immerse yourself. The operator that we work with, they're an incredible company. They've got a team that literally takes down camp and sets it up within the same day. It's unbelievable. So
And you don't have to worry
and you don't
about
have to
any
worry
of that.
about anything. It's incredible, and as you move around from destination to destination, they set up camp exactly the way you left it. So even though you arrive in a new destination, camp is the way you left it, kind of in the morning. So it's home away from home, and once again, it's an immersive experience. Look, it is. Some days are long. Your travel days aren't typical travel days like other safaris where I've had in the past where you're driving through cities and things like that. Fortunately, it's through a lot of these national parks and wilderness
That's the
areas.
thing with bots is that it's basically a reserve.
It's just big
So
wilderness areas.
but the thing is now talking about fitness is it's driving. It's not long walking. You are in
No,
a vehicle.
you are in a vehicle. Though the only thing is that your travel days, it's a morning drive. You pack breakfast. You're out all day. It is hot. It is hot. So I mean, we
But
always
you're
have
game viewing and
you are game viewing and that
and you've got us.
and you've got us.
You've got us as entertainment.
There we
So
go. Yeah. So we've got us to entertain everybody as well. But I'm not going to lie. You do feel it is a long day, but you once again you arrive at camp and camp is set up, and you can just relax, and it's not a mission of unpacking everything and setting everything up. You arrive to a fire that's lit. Your tent's already set up. All you need to do is just tell whoever where one of us where your bag needs to go, and you're sorted for the day, and you can relax, you can sit back, and you can enjoy a gin and tonic. So in terms of fitness, you don't have to be that fit. You just have to be mentally prepared for extended periods of time out in
yeah,
the field
yeah.
and bumpy roads. um another question is the guide to guest ratio. So we're hosting the safari,
Mm.
two guides, you and I, six guests. What are the benefits to having two vehicles, two guides, and six guests?
Again, because of our immersion style, smaller groups like that, if you a guide on three guests, it allows you to have a bit more freedom.
Yeah,
Also, you can be attentive to your guests.
yeah,
And then just from the guest perspective, you're sitting on the vehicle, you've got a whole row to yourself, so you can see both sides of the vehicle. You're not shooting over anyone ever.
so sighting can be either
Sighting
side.
can be either side, and you've got freedom. You can make yourself at home in the back of the safari vehicle, and then the guides are swapped. So you're not always going to have the same three guests.
tomorrow your guest will be
Yeah,
with me.
ultimate,
You know,
yeah.
so everyone gets the benefit of having.
And it's that personal touch again, and that's that's also one thing that we're all about. It's that immersive experience, that intimate feel, that personal touch. You're not just another guest going on a
Exactly.
safari.
Exactly.
You're immersing yourselves with us, and we sharing what we love with all of you
And you
who
can't do
travel with
that with a
us.
massive group.
And you can't do that with a massive group. Another one was, what is the camping facilities like? So these mobile safaris, considering that we're staying 3 nights at each destination and moving on, you are limited to what you can have and what you can't have. But there is, for example, we don't have a cell phone signal when we're out there, but we will have a satellite phone with us. So if anybody needs to reach home, I know the operator we use as well, they have a satellite phone. If anybody needs to reach home, there is that. If you want to speak to family or give them updates or anything like that. Other than that, it's fairly rustic camping, but the tents are comfortable.
You've got all that you need.
It's got everything that you need. You've got a bucket shower outside, which is filled with 20 liters or 40 liters of water, and that can be topped up if you want to have an extended shower. But once again, you've got to also look at the experience, and you immersing yourself with nature and
Explain the
being
toilet, because that's a big one.
the
We get a
toilet.
lot of questions about the toilet.
Okay, so the toilet, and it's nothing. I mean, everybody gets all like, "Ooh, the toilet." So what is the toilet? But the thing is, so you've got your own tent, privacy, unless you're a couple sharing or whatnot, like you and I are sharing. Unfortunately for you, um, but for example, if you've got your own tent, traveling by yourself, it's got everything you need. It's comfortable. The bathroom, you've got the shower, and the toilet is they dig a very deep hole in the ground, and there's a big bucket next to the toilet. It's got a toilet seat. It's like a normal toilet. It's got a toilet seat and everything. It's comfortable. It's as if you're sitting on the toilet. You're completely blocked off. Your bathroom's blocked off from everyone around you. You do your business, and when you're done, there's a little shovel, like one of those garden shovels, that you just take the sand, cover your business, and off you go. And you carry on. And then when you leave, that hole gets completely covered in, and you move
And you've
off
had
to
no
the.
impact on
And
the
you've had no
environment at
impact on the
all.
environment at all, and you move on to the next thing. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, but I don't know what it's going to be like. It honestly is like going to a normal toilet, except instead of
Yeah, you don't have to
flushing
go
it, you
and
manually just putting sand on top of
yeah, you
everything
don't have to go
and
and
covering it
climb
up.
trees and sit in forks and
Exactly,
between
yeah.
two rocks and things
So
like that.
so so
It's as good as a toilet.
it is as good as a toilet.
It's as good as a
As
toilet.
good as it's better than a toilet that you would expect in the middle of nowhere in Africa by a country mile.
And that's
It's all you
and I
need.
don't think
It's
you
all
need
you
more
need.
than that. So
No. Um and then the last one was November game viewing. So coming to the dry season, end of the dry season, it's still very. I mean, we start off in the central Kalahari, which is a semi-arid area. It's desert. Kalahari itself, absolutely beautiful, but there you're looking for, the big dark
black
male
male
lions.
lions.
I mean, you don't see them in very many other places. You
No.
don't hear of them in many other places. So that's something significant to look for. And then you move into Maremi, which is big open grass plains, which you can expect to find lions. You hear lions most evenings when you're in camp there. The last time I was there, I had lions walk through camp the one night when we were there. Good for wild dogs as
Yeah,
well.
there are wild dogs as well.
And cheetahs. So all the apex predators in abundance there. From there, you move to Savuti, where you're focusing on certain water holes. It's not a mass amount of
And
water
that's
that's
the
spread
thing
out.
again, end of dry season, those water holes are just magnets.
Exactly. Exactly.
And there, I mean, Savuti's famous for lion and hyena interaction, so plenty of action in that area.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly that. And what you're saying is correct. Your drives, you're literally going from a waterhole to a waterhole, and then you're saying, okay, we're gonna spend our afternoon at this waterhole. There's nothing here now, but you know that as soon as the sun starts dipping, things start happening. Lions come to drink. Suddenly, elephants are there. There's interaction, whatnot. and everything's amazing. But there's also a beautiful part of Savuti where there's big baobab trees. Which even if you are a non-photographer, to go and see the sunset through this massive row of baobab trees is just absolutely phenomenal. And then to end off the trip, you end on the banks of the Chobe River. And so throughout this whole trip, whether you're into
There's
wildlife or
also
birding,
the birding. We're heading into the beginning of the migratory season, so all
exactly.
those birds are going to be starting to come through. I mean, how many is it? It's 600 species of birds.
Yeah, it's close to 600 species of birds that are in that area that we
So
travel
there's a bit of
throughout.
everything for everyone
Yeah,
on this trip.
yeah, there really, really is. So, with having said that, we do have limited spaces available. I am super excited for the safari. I really am.
Even
It's
me.
not far away. I know I've been to Bots. I've been fortunate to do a similar trip to this before. Greg is going to experience it as well, and we are both excited to just get to Botswana and
Get
get
out there
going.
and do it.
But yeah, spots are limited. If you are interested, let us know. You can either get hold of us on Instagram at Greg McCall Pete or at Trevor McCall Pete
Or
or
our
at
Instagram handle itself, GNT Wild.
or GNT Wild exactly or by email, which is Trevor at gntwild.com and Greg at gntwild.com. But thanks so much for watching, everyone, and until next time, cheers from us.